In this video, we're going to talk about button widgets and how to create button widgets that perform an action when the user clicks them. So button widgets are typically provided in GUI applications to let the user initiate some action. Users understand that when they click on a button widget with the mouse, something's going to happen. And here we have an example. In this program's window, we have a button, and it says click me on the face of the button. So if I click the button, I see this info dialog appear that says thanks for clicking the button. And that's all that it does. When I click the button, I see this message appear. So creating a button widget that performs an action typically requires two steps. First, you create an instance of the tkinter module's button class. That's just like creating any other type of widget. There's a class in the tkinter module, and you create an instance of that class, and that actually creates the widget. So that's the first part. And then the second part is that you associate this widget with a special type of function or a method known as a callback function. A callback function is simply a function or method that is associated with a button widget, and then when the user clicks on the button, the callback function is executed. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do both of those steps. We're going to step through the code for this particular application. So let's switch over to the Python editor. Here we have the code for the application that we were just looking at. So let's step through the code. First, you'll notice that we have two import statements in this program. We are importing tkinter, and we're also importing tkinter.messagebox. We need to import tkinter.messagebox because it contains a function called showInfo, and the showInfo function displays the info dialog that you saw when we clicked the button. And we have a class called myGUI, and inside this class, before we look at the details of the init method, I want to point out that we have two methods. We have the init method, and then here we have another method named doSomething. Okay, so this doSomething method is the method that displays the info dialog. You see this statement here, tkinter.messagebox.showInfo, and here we are displaying that info dialog box that says thanks for clicking the button. So this method, doSomething, this is the callback method, and when we create the button widget, we're going to associate this method with the button widget. Okay, so now let's look at the init method. First, we create the root widget. That's an instance of the tkinter.tk class. And then we create the button. We're going to create an instance of the tkinter.button class. And let's look at the arguments that we're passing to the init method. First, we're passing self.mainWindow. That's the root widget that we created here. So we're saying that we want the button to appear in the main window, and then we're passing the text that we want displayed on the button, text equal click me, and then we have this argument command equals self.doSomething. So this is where we are specifying the callback function. So by doing this, we are associating this button with this doSomething method, and when the user clicks the button, the doSomething method will execute. Next we simply call the button's pack method, and we call the tkinter.mainLoop method. So that's it. The only other thing that's in this program is the statement that creates an instance of myGUI, and that causes the application to appear.